Okay, I'm trying to go through a lot of things in one video. I'm putting up a lot of more proof of what I'm saying as I come across it. There's a lot that I am going through packing and everything. So I don't have a lot of information, but what I do see is after we came back from the Hajj, I flew with a lot of the same people from my crew. So the lie was that we didn't get along, but then I showed you pictures of us all smiling and having a good time. And so we flew together. I'm looking at something from June, excuse me, July, not June. I'm seeing things. Oh, this is from June. Okay, June and July, and we came back late May. So clearly there wasn't a big deal. The other quick thing I wanted to tell you guys, is about the dreams. They keep going over that I wrote something down from these dreams. Now, in my mind, I must have heard them describing it like now I wake up and I hear them describing it. So let me just quickly go through these dreams. So Friday, June 28th, 2019, you'll notice that this is from 2019 because during that time I woke up with my face all swollen. I wrote bell bottoms. I like them, but don't wear them all the time. I don't think that would be something that I would visually see. That's probably something they were saying, that I like them, but I don't wear them all the time. I don't remember the last time I wore a pair of bell bottoms. The last time could have been when I was in the 90s, so I was in my 20s. Okay, Lafayette Avenue. If you're familiar with Lafayette Avenue in the Bronx, I didn't write this, but it said Lafayette Avenue walking with blank, my mother, me, and little cousin who I didn't recognize. Meaning, is that what they were saying to me, or was that something that I would have seen? That sounds again like something they were saying to me. If they were using pictures, which they say they use pictures, I would have recognized the person. So clearly, this could have been what they were saying to me. Probably because they thought I was seeing some dream and they couldn't use an actual person, so they kind of made up some fake thing. And it says someone helping with an elevator and giving directions. Again, something I probably wouldn't have seen, but something they were describing. Rearranging photos on furniture. These were supposedly family photos, but I didn't recognize anyone in the pictures. Again, if this was something I'm visually seeing while I'm sleeping, then I would have recognized the people. So clearly they could have been describing something. So then on Tuesday, July 2nd, 2019, acting class, people sitting in a circle. I joined and was finally given two or three short sentences. The paper was taken away and I couldn't remember my lines. A heavy set Philippine or Samoan. Again, that wouldn't be something I would have seen. Guy talked to me and said he was having problems with his wife. Again, that wouldn't be something I would see. That sounds like something they could have been describing while I'm sleeping. So then I said, I left with someone who resembled Ivan. That's the person who you'll hear me talk about in the previous video that I worked with at Saks Fifth Avenue from about 2000, I think 4 or 5 until 2006 when I left that department. So would that be something I'm seeing? Probably not. That sounds like something they would have described because they had been using people's names. He commented on my heavy bag, and I said I should leave some things in my locker. I went to the lockers and placed some things in it, but realized I needed what was there. I needed what was there. Then I looked for something else and put in the locker, but couldn't find anything else. I placed my cup of coffee, which I usually don't drink. I usually don't drink coffee or outside. Recently, I've been drinking coffee, but I usually don't. So that's something that wouldn't have normally happened. I placed my cup of coffee in a locker that ended up having someone else's belongings. So I removed my cup. I woke up. That's what I wrote. Now, again, all of this sounds like something someone's describing, not something that I'm dreaming, because in a dream, I probably wouldn't be aware enough to know that those weren't my belongings and I wouldn't have had a cup of coffee. So, my point is these are the two times I distinctly remember a dream, not seeing a dream, but hearing something. The other time they just mentioned was with the timber, where they said they spelled it out without an E and an R. And I immediately, that was also 2019, registered that .com. Again, 2019. So when they're talking about me definitely seeing dreams and they reference you at least twice, they probably admit that the timber one they said out loud. But the way this is written sounds like something I heard. So now when I wake up, I pretty much just tell you what I hear them saying. But just based on this, Lafayette Avenue. Why would I write Lafayette Avenue? If it's a dream, I wouldn't write Lafayette Avenue. I would write what I saw in the dream. Meaning this doesn't seem like anything I'm seeing. It sounds more like something being described to me. A heavy set Philip. I put Philip dash Samoan, Philippine dash Samoan guy. Again, I in real life I probably wouldn't know someone who's Philippine or Samoan. They would have to have described that. Um, Somebody resembling Ivan. Again, something that I probably would not think. Um, a locker. When we were hanging out, I didn't use lockers. So again, that wouldn't be meaning these aren't things that my brain would come up with. We used a room. We didn't use lockers. Coffee, again, I told you about that. Someone else's belongings. Well, if I'm dreaming, why would I think it's someone else's belongings? Again, this sounds more like things that they're describing. Let me pause this and I have one other thing. So those dates you notice, let me just open this one more time. That was June 28th. June 8th, 2019, I had a package that was stolen from a P.O. box in Manhattan. I also had a second package. One package was something my mother ordered. The other package was something I bought for a relative of mine. And they were both stolen. So around the same time with all of this craziness, which is what I'm saying, like all this craziness, it was like everything all at once, all bad. So clearly they keep saying that they stole different things. I do believe that. And when I went to try to research how do I get like a missing tracking for this, I had such a hard time that I ended up giving up. So there were things stolen. So when people when you guys are like, you know, listening to this, I want you guys to know it wasn't just in the apartment. It was even from that. Who would have access to that? And it was all around the same time, 2019. Thank you for watching.